So, it's time for me to talk about yoga. And nowadays, everybody practices yoga. Everybody talks about yoga, and everybody says that yoga is about consciousness, that yoga is about the mind, that yoga is a lifestyle. But then everybody practices postures, and everything is upside down. Nobody knows what yoga is. Everybody says this is not yoga, but then that's the only thing they practice. And yoga teachers and teacher trainers, what they teach, what they say that yoga is based upon are the Yoga Sutras and the Bhagavad Gita. But of course, they don't study these texts. They would say that the Yoga Sutras are basically the Ashtanga part, the 8 limbs of yoga. They would say that their system is based on this. And they memorize, just memorize. And I have also memorized this many years ago, the Yama, Niyama, Sasana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. This is just small part of the Yoga Sutras. And it's not explaining the whole thing, and it's not the essence of the Yoga Sutras. That's like the third system that the Yoga Sutras gave us. And the first 2 systems are just neglected, are just forgotten, stay in the darkness. When those 2 first systems are much more important, are much more whole, and you can understand things through them. Because asana in the Yoga Sutras means sitting, sit down and meditate. And people think, they're like, no, asana, this means postures. No, this is a very new concept. Okay, the Yoga Sutras talk about Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. This doesn't really mean controlling the fluctuations of the mind as it normally is translated. It's much deeper than that. And everything is explained, what the vrittis are, what these fluctuations are. It's explained on the Yoga Sutras. But people don't read neither the first chapter nor the first half of the second chapter. They just skip straight to the Ashtanga part. And it's basically about practicing awareness, practicing equanimity, practicing dispassion. What does this mean? What does this mean? You can read this on the 12th Sutra. That's where it says how to reach this Nirodha state. How to reach this state when you have this mind movements, thoughts, emotions. How we control this, how we handle this. It's basically practicing equanimity for a long time and with devotion. And with devotion, it means with commitment. How do we practice equanimity? Just observing ourselves, how we react. Okay, and this is also what the Bhagavad Gita says. Everything is duality. We chase things that we like, that we desire. We're clinging to these things and we're chasing them. And we escape from things we have aversion towards, what we don't like. I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this. The essence, the practice, it's in the Gita, it's in the Sutras, is being content with whatever comes, being happy with whatever outcome, doing everything, do your thing, take action, but don't get attached to the result. That's the message. And beyond this, Bhagavad Gita, some people will say each one of the 18 chapters is one different style of yoga. No, they just talk about bhakti, devotion, living with devotion. Everything you do, you give to God. Karma yoga, everything you do it without expectations. Do it for the others. Give without expecting to receive. You will receive anyways. And jnana yoga, self-study, always observing yourself. That's the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. And it's the same message in the Yoga Sutras, just people don't hear it. You go to the second chapter of the Yoga Sutras, and how it starts, it talks about Kriya Yoga. Nowadays they say Kriya Yoga is this or that and this and that. What Patanjali said is Tapas Vajaya Ishvara Pranidhana. What does it mean? Tapas is hard work. Work on yourself. Take votes. Go through. Know yourself. Take a silent vote. Take a chastity vote. Fast. Practice. Okay? Svajaya, self-study. Observe yourself. Study the scriptures, but study them, understand them. Not just memorizing these things and coming to conclusions that have no practicity, that there's no experience from you into them. Okay? Ishvara Pranidhana. This is love to God, devotion to God. And what does Patanjali say about this Ishvara Pranidhana? It's not about worshipping whatever God. It's about singing Om This is where it is. Om. Just sing Om. And that's the shortcut to Samadhi. That's Ishvara Pranidhana. Combining these three. It's the same thing. It's karma, it's bhakti, it's jnana yoga. That's the lifestyle of yoga. It has nothing to do with posture. Postures are good. I like being fit. I like doing exercises, of course. But that's not yoga. We have to understand this. Yoga you can practice all the time. Doesn't matter if you're doing a sun salutation or if you're riding a bike or if you're surfing. It's the same thing. At the end, those sun salutations, if you really look into it, it's a military practice. It's Indian calisthenics. Now people call it yoga. And actually, what this is, yeah, it's really good. I love it. I love to practice physical exercise. And I also love to practice awareness, conscious awareness, conscious observation, and service, and giving everything to God. And where is God? It's not outside. God is within. Everything is within.